to Mic Check Waifu Waifu.
Mic check, waifu, waifu. Ma Italianaire, is that you?
Camilla Polo, what's happening?
This is episode 236 of Mic Check, waifu, waifu. As always, it's brought to you by Patreon. Patreon.com/Mic Check, waifu, waifu. Support us over on patreon.com/Mic Check Waifu Waifu. When you get early access of this video version of the podcast, you get access to the Patreon exclusive podcast, The After Story. Get access to Mic Check mangas and take talks and other video content. First and probably mostly exclusive on Patreon. So support us there. We appreciate it. Again, shout out to All for One Matt for becoming a new Patreon producer last week. But let's get to the rest of the Patreon producers. You also get your name in the credits, and I want to give a personal apology to our archivist, Christian, because I thought I copied and pasted his name in the producers at the bottom of the video and the show notes and everything. But I forgot to copy and paste the most updated version of the list. So, Christian, I'm sorry. I'm going to make sure I get you in there. But Christian, the archivist, Dre, the Go G, Rob from Dad Needs to Talk Podcast. Subscribe to Dad Needs to Talk Podcast. Johnny from Chaotic Culture and Show Go High. Ked the Pro from Chaotic Culture and Show Go High. Explicitly, All for One Matt. Monique Williams Nachi. Semi Sensei. Frozen. Saphir. T Money Fingers. Thank you so much for producing this and many other episodes of the podcast. We couldn't do this without y'all. It means the world to us. A lot of housekeeping to get to before we get into the whole show. So let me get through this rigmarole. Give me some time. But January 28th at 10:30 CT is Mic Check Live 5, Reintroduction 6. We are going to do a reintroduction episode, and it's going to be our top 10 anime list of all time. So make sure you come on through to YouTube. And again, we just do those episodes for a bunch. Like we always get like a new influx of listeners, and when we do, we like to give them an episode where they can jump into and just continue from there. So reintroduction 6, this is the 6th time we're doing it. Normally we do like a different like main focus on introducing ourselves to the people, and this time is re-upping. Like this is an actual repeat for the first time because we're redoing our top 10 anime list, which is going to be a lot of fun. So January 28th, youtube.com/@Mic Check Waifu Waifu. Subscribe to the YouTube so that you know when we're going live. Get the live notifications, like the videos and whatnot. We appreciate that. We're going to try to start building up our YouTube a little bit more. Because yeah, we should definitely do that. Also join the Discord. Go to miccheckwaifuwaifu.com. The Discord is on the sidebar of the page. Join the Discord. A lot of great conversations over there with mostly the Patreon producers. They be in there chopping it, and TCB in there be chopping it up too. A lot of good conversations. A lot of good conversation had over in the Discord. So join the Discord. Make sure when you join the Discord, you like at me, which is just at Polo Bornfly. Say what's up, so I can give you your rose if you're a Patreon supporter. If not, you can just still join for free. It's no paywall. And I think that's it, right?
Yeah, I think that's all good. That's good.
That covers the rigmarole. All right. Now, without further ado, sorry if y'all hear my dog playing with his toy out of nowhere. I don't know why you won't sit down. He's very antsy right now. But let's start with how you feeling, Tel. Welcome to the show.
Welcome back. Pouring the great words of Polo. Welcome Black.
Yes, sir. Welcome Black always.
We definitely got to get that on the shirt.
Again, we got to, for real.
It's a good week, but it's been a busy week, bro. This has been one of the busiest weeks. And I don't even talk about like work, just in general. I've been busy this week with school stuff, just getting all that together. Monique school stuff, and just all that stuff. I reorganized the gym.
Okay.
Because I wanted to get it a more straightforward, and I guess you could say like a open floor plan. So I like set up for the gym. So it's been a busy week in general. We've been moving. Family done been sick in Cleveland, and y'all know that it's a bunch of sicknesses and whatnot that's going around.
For sure.
I had a little bit of cough. I ain't popped up with nothing on the test yet, so I don't know, but I feel okay. But it's just been a busy week, bro. How about you?
Man, it's crazy because everybody has been sick, but I haven't. I haven't even came close to it. Like my girlfriend's been sick for like a month and a half. She's been sick for so long, and it's like right now she's got a little light cough, but she's good now. But it was rough. She was struggling, and I'm just like nothing has ever happened. Like I'm perfectly fine. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's this that blooming shit. I think it's called blooming mix. I've been drinking that and just taking some vitamins.
Yeah,
chilling.
The one a days I'm telling you, 1 day vitamins or just vitamins in general, they do a lot more than people think. Yeah,
mostly just like fiber vitamins and ashwagandha and shit like that. I think it's the ashwagandha that's really like, because it's extra strength, supports immune system, stress response, mostly for my anxiety, energy, and mood. That kind of shit. It's been very, very helpful because I've been able to fucking fly through anime. And I gotta say this before we even get into the anime talk. This fucking winter is insane. This can literally be a heat week again. And there's some stuff that we missed out. So shout out to Dad Needs to Talk and everybody that Rob J especially, Jay Lee Trey who mentioned that we missed something that's extremely special last week. That I'm glad I picked up because it's a shoujo and I didn't pick it up because it's a shoujo and I figured Tail would.
What was that?
But he didn't. And it's probably it's not going to be my episode of the week, which it fucking could. It's so many things that could be my episode of the week this week. Oh, I'm struggling. But let's get into the anime talk. Tail, what was your episode of the week? I'll make it you go first.
Hey, look, my episode of the week is kind of crazy because I've been trying to figure out which one is going to be this whole time, even before we started recording.
Yeah, same.
And
I even said, because I was in the Discord with the boys, I'm like, yo, listen, I have no fucking clue what my episode of the week is, man, because I was just watching so much good shit. Oh, man, it's tough. Let's make it easier. Let's make it easier, though, before you start. It can't be Frieren and it can't be Apothecary Diaries.
I wasn't going to do that anyway because I feel like those are just, at this point, staples. So it's like very easy to say episode of the week for those every single week because those were great episodes this week. Man,
fantastic, bro. God, they were so good.
But this week, I'm going to choose one that I feel like has virtually movie quality, like styling in it. Oh my God, it's so hard. It's so hard because it's two of them that got this same vibe right now.
It's like four of them that got the same vibe, but I digress.
Well, I know one that you're not looking at, so I'm going to choose this one. And I said something about it last week about how good this was.
You sure about that?
Ishura.
Oh, Ishura. Okay.
Great episode this week. I love how they're kind of like building out and filling out this world. I don't want to spoil it because
I'm definitely watching it.
I was very surprised with how the hell like the quality of this is going, and even like the characters. I love the characters so far, and we're not even like the first week we got this specific character scenario. The second week, same concept in a sense, but we're not even looking at the same characters, so to speak.
Where do you find this at?
It's on Crunchyroll.
Is it?
I believe so. Ishura is IS.
Yeah. No, for me, it just says. Well, again, I only go off of AniList, so I could be wrong, but
I was on AniList.
Disney Plus, Hulu, and Stars Plus.
Oh, that's why I watched that Hulu. That's why I watched that on Hulu.
I don't have Hulu. Fuck.
Watch on a site that shall not be named. Whatever. The show itself, though, I was blown back from just the quality of like what I got in this episode. It felt like they made me connect to these characters very quickly, even though these are completely different characters than what we saw in the first episode. So yeah, a great episode this week, but there are others that could have definitely been episode of the week this week for sure, bro.
Oh my God, there's so many. And it's really, really, really fucking hard to pick one.
I swear. Because I think my second one you wouldn't pick either, but I looked at it and I was like, man, it's so good. It's so good.
Okay.
What you got, Polo?
I'm working on it, man.
Polo Dolo?
I'm working on it. All right. Shit. That could be it.
There's some slice of life in there that's real good too, bro.
I know. I'm gonna go with the seventh time loop.
Hold up.
I fucking love this most recent episode of the seventh time loop. The first two episodes is fantastic. So this is what I did. So I'm gonna just keep it real with you. Since we're gonna start the show. I watched. I was reminded. Shout out to again Rob J and J Lee Trey for mentioning Signs of Affection. Signs of Affection is the shoujo I mentioned that I said I wasn't going to watch. Tell said he was going to watch. You didn't watch it yet, I'm sure.
No, yeah, it's 2 episodes behind. I'm sorry.
Yeah. It's all good. It's all good. So I picked that up. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do it because it's Crystal Sleeper. And you know how we feel about there's certain friends of ours who is a part of this community who, when we give out them sleeper, she just never misses. So I'm like, I gotta do it, even if it's a shoujo. I picked it up, and it's a fucking fire ass show. Incredible first 2 episodes, beautiful movie quality episodes. Is gorgeous, and I mean the character is the most sweetest thing I've ever seen in my life. Like. Truly a special character. The cast so far seems dope. What I don't like is I don't like the way they draw male lips. She looks because they try to bulk it up to make it sexy, I guess, and it's weird. It's just weird
because our lips is big and sexy.
Yeah, but it's weird, and it's in this anime space. The women love it, and do y'all thing, but. It's very, very weird art style. But other than that, it's beautiful, man. It's a wonderful show. So I did pick so because I picked that up, I'm like, you know what? Let me take this season, because this season has been full of fucking bangers, and we're going to get into that in the show. It's full of bangers, and dive outside of my comfort zone. As soon as I did that, I watched the seventh time loop. The villainess enjoys a carefree life married to her worst enemy.
Yeah, bro.
Incredible first 2 episodes. Incredible show so far.
And I think that I didn't do the first episode justice in my description of the first.
Which I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did, because now that gives us a chance to recommend this to everybody to see in more depth, that this show is fantastic.
It is. And this second episode, to me, I feel like, what? I was like, yo, this is going to be one of them episodes or one of those shows that just like goes under the radar, but it's actually just very, very like chill, but good. And like, it has like that level of depth to it that is kind of like, is demanding you to pay attention, but also you can relax a little bit. It's kind of weird, right?
Yeah, I agree. It's what it is. It's omnipotent, but a little bit more like grown up. Because omnipotent, because literally anybody can watch that and have no problem. But this one is like, it does have some kind of adult things. And I'm not talking like ecchi or sexual or anything like that. It's more so like death. I'll just put it that way. And that's really it. But I'm really looking forward to where it's going, where it goes forward now, especially after this most recent episode. And at the end of it, it was spectacular. Again, another great cast of characters so far. It's mainly just 2, but they're fantastic. Like they really set the bar hard for characters this season for me when it comes to like, couples or whatever the case may be, but very special cast.
And I agree so heavily. That was one of the ones that was in contention. That was like, yo, I can't believe this week was that good. But like you said, this week was definitely Heat Week worthy, because they
100%.
came hard. They came hard this week. and it's crazy that they actually delivered so well. But
continuing my story though, if you don't mind, brother.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
So I as soon as I went to the 7th time loop though, I'm like, okay, what's another one that I wouldn't watch? And it's the Mecha. It's the metallic rogue. Rouge, or whatever. I turned this one on and I'm like, okay, this is the reason why Mecha isn't in any of my lists, because this shit stunk. I know this is some of y'all sleepers, so no offense to y'all to those who picked it, but this show was garbage. This first episode, don't think I'm gonna continue watching it. I don't care about, and it was over explained. It was very, 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 very corny. Like, it's very Sentai corny, and that's not my shit at all. Like, I cannot do Power Ranger suits and shit like that. It's just not my jam at all. Why are y'all fighting? It's just dumb. I'm not for it. But to be fair, that's only one of 2 shows so far that I'm like, I can't watch this season. So, and I want to talk about that, because I thought that the episode itself, it has so many good elements to it. Where? But I'm trying to figure. Well, just listen to me. Like, I'm saying, like, the sound design, because I watched it dubbed as well. Voice acting, I thought was pretty decent. The audio, like music and how the action and whatnot was placed around what was going on in it in terms of sound was good. Graphically, I thought it was really good. Where I had an issue, it was like the pacing and the story. You know what I mean? Where the plot and the pacing were going, because for me, the pacing was very first episode-esque, but without any detail as to why things are happening. So I thought it was like a great episode if they just decided to tell us what's going on. Yeah, like, because they didn't tell us what the hell was going on at all. Yeah, I couldn't disagree more. Nothing was great about it. Even if they went ahead and explained everything, it still was just so fucking boring. And then it led to something that I know exactly what this is going to be. It's going to be a fucking monster of the week, or a Power Ranger of the week, a Power Ranger suit of the week, metallic suit of the week type deal that I can't give a fuck about. You know, like, I don't give a fuck about these suits and why these robot people are fighting each other. Like, I couldn't care less. I hate to say it, because this is the one that I was thinking, like, oh, this is the Neon Gellion, like spinoff kind of thing, because it had that look in the photo. And I'm watching this and I'm just like, oh my God, this ain't what I thought it was. And I know you disagree with like what I said. Like, I think that the issue with it is that they didn't explain anything. They didn't tell us what the hell is truly going on. And that could be okay in a better way, right? Like, we've been okay with that before. Yeah, but there's other delivery methods. Like, you know what I mean? Like, why are you just fights not telling us why we fighting? Right. To me, that's weird. We're in the AI world, you know, it's very quick to tell us what's going on with these AI humans with the nectar and all that kind of stuff, because we've already seen similar-esque stuff. Yeah, bro. Heavy, you know what I mean? Yeah, like, you spit. Like, they got to give us a super heavy explanation for it, and that's the only reason I think that, like, this one isn't good, is because, like, it was very simple to tell us this is what it is, and then they didn't. So wait, why'd you miss that very specific point? So it made the pacing irrelevant, because what the fuck's going on? It made the story irrelevant because you ain't even tell us the story yet. You just threw characters in front of us, good animation and good sound design, and just thought that was going to be enough, because the characters we didn't get any detail for. Yeah. So I was like, what's going on here? Yeah, man. It's so many shows this week, though, to go back on the side of great, that I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I was not expecting this to be good. Let me say this then, since you already said a couple of good things. Tales of Wedding Rings. I have a very specific statement about this, and I feel the way about Tales of Wedding Rings that you felt about The Returner's Magic Should Be Special. Okay, was it that? But either way, it was one of those from last season. But basically, I feel about this the way that I think you felt about that. That if the animation here were better, this would be breaking shit down. This one? Not specifically this one, because I think the animation, not specifically this episode, but I'm saying like this show, the animation is not like amazing. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's not amazing. It's not like over the hill, like something like there were scenes in this. It looked amazing to me. Am I bugging? No, I'm definitely talking about Tales of Wedding Rings.
I thought this animation was very average, very, very average. But I feel like it could be because I'm comparing it to things like Ishura and just stuff that just came out better for animation. Even like Clashing with the Elite, like some of these things had better animation.
I think
that episode had the best direction, like the direction of where it's going. The characters, I really enjoy how the characters build out and what we end up getting with these characters. The world and starting to like give us more information and details on that. Interesting. It's just the only thing I couldn't get with was that the animation wasn't like better. But it's not like I said, I'm not saying it's the worst animation. I just wish it was better, because I feel like if it were better, it would be like hard to not watch.
Yeah, I didn't see that because I thought it looked great still. It's maybe I'm thinking of the art style more so than animation, because there wasn't much of an animated thing here to begin with. So I don't know where it could have looked bad, because he only slashed like one monster before he kind of moved on.
It was like a little bit of a run-in scene in there and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, this looks very with the bear. Yeah. Okay. I think that was intentional, but we'll have to wait till next week for that one to see if it's overall animation quality thing or a satire moment type thing. That could 100% be that too.
Yeah, because that's what I thought it was. But the art style I still think looks fucking incredible. I love the character design. I was speaking to character design, and they were chopping about this in the Discord, in the Mic Check Waifu Discord. My sleeper, Hokkaido Gals Are Super Adorable, has dropped. And it drops on fucking Monday. So by the time you're hearing this, episode 2 is already out, but we haven't seen it yet because we record on Sundays, which pisses me off, bro. Same with, okay, we'll get to that in a minute, but I love the character design in this show. The art style is beautiful. And I like our 2 main characters so far. Minus the fact, okay, the one gripe I have with it is the fucking guy is the same guy that we always get in these type of shows. The squealy, oh, don't put your boobs on me type guy because I'm a child, basically. And it makes sense because he was a nerd in Tokyo and he moves to Hokkaido and meet this gal who's, very open and touchy-feely, and he's being all weird about it. So that's the only part I don't like about it. Other than that, I think he's a great dude though. And I think she's a great gal so far. So far, this seems like it's going to be your polo ass sleeper, Just same old.
To me, I feel like this is going to be a really good sleeper.
Yeah. Same old. Which is same old. So I'm saying the same thing he's saying, but
yeah, this is going to be one of them. This is going to definitely be another, at least relationship wise, character wise, and then stylistically how it looks. I feel like it's hard. You ain't miss on this one. Yeah. I can't see how they fuck this one up. So it's going to be good. It's going to be good, bro.
Yeah. Man, I seriously, truly can't wait. Like I said, the one thing
that ending we got in the first episode was great.
Fire, right? Okay. I was just about to say that. The one thing I was like, I wish you got a little bit more off the ending, but no, I get it. It was good. Which by the time y'all hearing this, we already know where that goes from there. But chill with us. To slide into that, the same thing that comes out on Monday, which is all I'm also super excited for, Tsukimichi Mulan Fantasy Season 2. Fucking banger of an episode again. This literally could have been episode of the week. Like it. I forgot how incredible this show actually is. It kind of picks up where we left off, and our character's still OP. And I totally forgot about all of it, but it's so good.
Yeah, and that's why I'm so happy that they gave her like a little bit of a recap as well.
Yes,
because that made it so easy to just be like, oh, okay, I remember now. And I'm just like, here we are. Kind of like, I feel like it's more like we're just building his presence again.
Right.
And this is gonna be good. It was a good episode as well.
You know what I like about what we did this week, because we could have also picked Solo Leveling as our episode of the week, because that was another brilliant episode, perfectly well executed. But we only talk about mostly new stuff right now, or at least trying to. So
yeah,
go ahead.
People should be watching Solo Leveling anyway, and I understand that how people may have felt about that first episode.
I don't. But
what they say? What they say? Let me cook.
Yeah,
let them cook, man. Let them cook.
Oh my god, it was all right. Solo Leveling has to be in spoiler talk this week. We got to throw that in a spoiler talk this week, on top of maybe Frieren or something. So we'll get to that when we get to that. But Solo Leveling has to be in there this week because I really want to talk about some stuff in that, or what I liked about it the most. But another new thing I picked up was The Weakest Tamer begin a journey to pick up trash.
The Weakest Tamer?
Yep, The Weakest Tamer began a journey to pick up trash. Now, what this is about a young girl who was literally kicked out of her village for not having a blessing, basically, or a star is what they call it here. And it is day and date dubbed, so it's dubbed and simul-dubbed, which is nice because the voice acting was extremely good, even though it was only 4 people that talked the entire episode. And two of them was like 2 seconds. All 3 of them was 3 seconds. And then the rest of the main girl carried the rest of the show. She's sweet. She's a sweetheart. It's going to be one of those shows where it's this sweet girl doing her thing. And it's kind of sad. But I like it. I like where it's going so far. It's very, very, very wholesome. And again, this is another one of those shows, movie quality.
It looks like the art style of it has that very, almost like, from what I just looked at, it almost gave me Made in Abyss vibes, but it was just from the cover.
Yeah, so it's very, like, art style wise, almost Jobless-esque, almost, because it has this it has this grain to it, slight grain. It's very slight. Maybe it was just my eyes. I am getting old. But it's a slight grain that's like in it that was very appealing to me. Visually it tickled my artistic side. It was great. Then something else. They had the 40-minute episode. It came out last week that we didn't discuss.
What was it?
It had a 48-minute episode for the first episode, and the second episode was regular. Check this one out, This one's going to be fucking heat. But it's called Sasaki and Peeps. It's
Saki?
Yeah, Saki. I think it's Sasaki. Sasaki and Peeps. But it's about a salary man who's working his normal office job, who is he's just a great dude. Just a dude, cool dude. He's like your typical average. He's an NPC character, basically. And then he goes to a pet store because he was interested in getting a pet. And this I forget the brand of this bird, Java Sparrow. This Java Sparrow calls out to him and say, "Hey, pick me." He grabs the sparrow, and the sparrow apparently is sentient. It's a reincarnated sparrow from a different world with magical abilities.
Okay.
So the magical abilities that the sparrow basically gives, it teaches our guy Saki magic. And it also gives him the ability to teleport to another world, but also return to his regular world. So what he does is he begins a life of trading between his world and the other world, bringing staplers and paper and pencils and shit like that to this other world. And just kind of maneuvering that way with his, salary businessman experience and navigating this way. But there's something in the real world that is very intriguing when it comes to the world of magic that ain't got nothing to do with his magic, but it's very, very, very interesting. Great fucking show.
It sounds like this genre of isekai is finally about to take off, because we've had this same style at least twice already. And I watched the one with the lady who was trading like 50,000, or she wanted to say like 500 million yen or something like that in the isekai world and bring it back to the real world. I'm happy about this one, because if this is going to be like the actual version of this that's good, finally, this is going to be exciting.
True. No, it's actually really, really, really good so far, these first 2 episodes. Like, I have no complaints. Like, the real world shit is definitely more interesting than the other world shit. The other world shit is the accessory, but the real world shit seems like it's going to be the meat and potatoes of this show. But there is an underlying story that's going on in the other world that's very interesting too. So very good show. Very, very good show. Happy I'm watching that one.
Did you get around to watching The Witch and the Beast?
I did.
You did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell me about it. What you think so far?
So
a lot of people sleeper. A couple people sleeper.
A couple people sleeper. This is definitely their sleeper. I love. I don't know yet. I don't know if I love it yet. Hear me out. It's not that there's anything necessarily bad about it, and I don't want to say that because I feel like Polo gonna disagree with me. I don't want to say there's nothing bad about it. But it was cool. It was a cool first episode. Nothing was really like overwhelmingly striking about it. So I did like the fact that I hate to say it feels. What was that show we watched last season with the revenge on witches? Kingdoms of Ruin. I feel like that show damaged me because it's not that I hated this first episode, but it makes me feel like, am I watching another revenge story that's going to flip 3 episodes in, 4 episodes in, 5 episodes in, and just be absolute garbage? I'm not 100% sold on where this is going to go yet. I felt like they didn't give me an exact idea to go off of to say, yeah, I think this would be good for me to watch for sure. And maybe we need 3 episodes to really get into that point. Yeah.
Tell has always been, and it's been like this since the 7th grade. Well, no, since about, I would say probably senior, when we were seniors in high school. Even though we went to 2 different schools, obviously we still hung out all the time. It was my brother. But he's always been a nice one. He became nice around that time. Prior to that, he was the asshole. That changed. But he's just being nice. This show fucking stunk. Dog, it stunk. It stunk so fucking bad to me. I forgot I watched this. Remember when I said there's a couple of shows there's like 3 shows that are bad 4 shows that are bad this season. And this is one of them. Let me tell you why. This show had moments of shit that was just like, it would be a scene of them showing one thing, like the witch is talking, right? She's in her monologue talking, and then the girl would be teleported somewhere else. But it's not like a fight teleport. She would the whole scene would just be somewhere else. And then, or they was looking for the witch and the girl was here and it would be, next thing you know, the scene would be over here. It is god awful with a bunch of exposition dump that was god awful. It was an awful, awful show. I know this is y'all sleeper. Listen. Hear me out. I know this is y'all sleepers, or some people sleep. It's Frozen sleeper, I think, because he said a revenge story. But this one ain't it. The 2 characters fucking garbage. Maybe it's just because it's trying to cater to the meathead side of me, which I don't have a high tolerance for.
You also gave Kita this one. This was Kita's.
Oh yeah. I made Kita. Let's switch Kita's. Let's change Kita's from this one to anything else that she had. What else did she have?
I only put that one because we was giving her one.
Okay. Well, damn it. I'm sorry, Kita. I didn't mean to do you like this, girl. Because this one's bad. This one's not good. And I don't think it's going to get any better. I truly don't.
I don't see the forward progression with this one. But hear me out. I finished High Card season 1. Was that last the year before that?
I forgot about that.
I watched the first episode of High Card season 2. I did not watch the first episode. I watched the first 5 minutes and realized why I hated it and turned it off. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say, no, I'm dropping that. That is dud.
Oh my gosh, dude, that's funny.
And that's why I wanted to lead with The Witch and the Beast first, because while I didn't love it, I'm gonna give it a chance.
Yeah, you can still give it a chance.
Had its chance, and it has to go.
You had on your gloves, so you was trying to be as nice as possible with Witch and the Beast, and I so respect you for that. I really do. But that shit was not good, bro. It was not good. The way you feel about Witch and the Beast, though, that you're kind of on the fence, like I'm gonna still give it a try, is how I feel about this next one, and that's The Foolish Angel Dances with the Devil. I don't know if this one's going to be good. I really don't. First episode was okay-ish. I don't like the angel. I don't like the devil. So what does that normally means when it comes to these shows? That's probably not going to be good for me personally. Because if I don't like the characters, I can't. Why would I like the show? Especially since it's mostly a slice of life. So it ain't like there's going to be any world building, right? Even though they kind of do, right? With the whole angels going to war with the demons and the demons trying to find somebody to lead the demons to victory versus the. I don't know. If I'm gonna watch something middling like this, it's gonna be Devil is a part-timer. So I don't know about this one. This one ain't it for me.
I found this one a little like unnecessarily stressful.
This one?
Yeah,
me too, man.
Why are we doing this?
Me too, and I feel like that's what it gave me anxiety. I'm like,
I'm trying to sit here and enjoy the main character possibly liking this girl.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking like, oh, this is gonna be one of them where the devil and she's like not a real angel, she's like a metaphorical angel.
That would have been sweet.
I can take that. And I'm like excited, and I see that she's a real angel, and I was like, this went down.
And she's a sadist angel. Like, oh, come on, bro. Like, why do we got to keep doing this?
People got their kinks.
Yeah, we don't need you though.
Can't yuck all the yums.
That's true. Facts. Facts. That's a bar. Bro, it was so sad because I was expecting it to be just how you said, a metaphorical angel. He was going to try to be like woo his way in there, and she was just going to be this sweet girl. It just turned out bad though. It turned out bad so far. I am going to give it the 3 though. For those of you that I know, Sophia wrote about this on the Discord, but he asked, when is our episodes where we kind of do the cut down? Is it after 3 or is it before? Is it before midterms? Is it after midterms? It's always the 3 episodes when we get into a season, when we start doing like the will it, won't it, exactly, the initial cuts. So next week is probably going to be that week.
At least for a couple
of them. So stay tuned for that if the cuts and the stays. But
this is cut week for high card season 2.
Then we make an exception for that, and that's how I feel about Metallic Rouge. And what's the other one I said that I already forgot? Witch and the Beast. I'm definitely
Witch and the Beast. I'm gonna give it 2 more episodes.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you do that for me.
And that's out of love for those who love us.
Yeah, for Frozen and Keita.
That's it.
Oh goodness, bro. I think what was Shonen Bump's sleeper? You still got the list up?
Let me see. That's episode 233. I think that I took all theirs in.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, boom, boom.
Take meticulous notes. So if you ever seen the show notes and they're all meticulous and nice, if you go to the website.
Dungeon.
Huh?
Shonen Bump was Delicious Dungeon.
Banger. Okay. Nothing to say bad about that.
At all.
Yeah, dude. Like, insane. All right. Is that it for the new stuff? Hokkaido Girls. There is some of the stuff that is continuing that I do want to touch on. Dangers in My Heart is obviously not new. Great episode, by the way. Did you watch the first 2 Danger in My Heart?
Not yet.
Please do.
Going to watch it, bro.
Please do. You're not going to regret it. I promise.
I'm just touching all the other new stuff that I haven't seen.
Let's put that in perspective really quick. Let's kind of give the number of shows we got this season now that are high quality continue watches, right? So Tsukimichi, Hokkaido Girls, Ishura. I'm definitely gonna watch Ishura. Classroom Neely, I'm putting on the back burner until dubbed. Delicious Dungeon.
Wow. Oh, Classroom Elite was good though.
I know it's fire, but I told you the dub is where I gotta be, bro. That's where I gotta be for that one. My instant death ability is overpowered. Sasaki and Peeps. Unwanted Undead Warrior, which is another one we could talk about. The Weakest Tamer. Frieren, of course. I'm counting because it's new. The Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic was a great episode. I fucking loved it. Oh my god.
They own one.
They own one. Tales of Red and Rings really good. Signs of Affection. We're both adding Tales adding to his list, of course. We're definitely going to watch that one because we have to talk about it. Solo Leveling, Apothecary Diaries, Ragnar Crimson. Changes in my heart.
Strongest tank.
It's Strongest Tank. So you watched it.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
Them heroes is garbage. That hero part is garbage.
Yeah, straight up.
Because it was like, come on, bro.
Talk to him. Tell him.
For real. And then we find out what his ability is. And it's like, for real. I'm like, come on, y'all.
You got rid of probably one of the strongest. Yeah.
He literally was out here caping for y'all. Y'all had no idea. He had no idea. He had this cape on for y'all. Y'all trying to figure out why his shield kept going down because y'all not even taking damage for real. Y'all getting hit in the face. Y'all the ones being reckless.
Yeah.
Y'all being reckless and bro taking y'all damage, and that's why his shield is depleting. Because y'all trash.
He could have turned that into power, bro. Imagine, man.
Everything, man.
Dude, the build up to the show, like the way they explained everything and doled everything out was so good. Even though, like, sometimes I don't like exposition dumps when it comes in the form of like a monologue, but it was well executed. And I'm like, oh, it was easy to understand. It wasn't too difficult. You know, I loved it. I'm glad you liking it too. Yeah,
I wasn't surprised, but it was like, come on, bruh. I was like, oh, I hate y'all. And at first I was like, I get it. You know what I mean? Your tank ain't tanking right. Yep. And that's important sometimes to have somebody who can take the hit.
That's a fact. As MMO player, I know it.
They said let's go to the dodge tanks. I'm like, all right, that makes sense. You know what I mean? They dodging, but they still tanking.
Evasion is a meta.
I get it. You know what I mean? I'm saying, all right, that makes sense. And then we get down to actually figure out what his last two actual traits or ability was. I was like,
bruh,
y'all garbage, bro. That's what his ability said. Ability number 4 was literally the fact that I'm taking damage for everybody.
Yep.
That means everybody else but me is garbage.
You want to know something?
What's up?
The way they explain this game, even though it's not even a game, this is just the world, the fantasy world that it is. Better than Shangri-La. I said it.
It didn't take long.
No, I'm being facetious with that one, but it's really well done. Really well done so far. And I'm sure it's going to turn into something crazy later. It has to. But yeah, so that Shangri-La still going. Banished from a Hero's Party. Season 2 is spectacular. Continuation. And then 7th Time Loop. That's so many fucking shows. I wasn't even counting, to be honest.
It's a list.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I forgot. Love don't cost a thing. Bottom tier character. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 shows.
19. And yes, damn, 19 shows.
And these aren't even counting the ones that I'm talking about dropping, like Metallic Road.
That's a season and a half anime.
Bro.
Every week. Hear me out. I did just recently start watching Migi and Dali.
From last season.
Yeah. I just started it this year. And I watched the first like 5 episodes and I was like, oh, this is so fucking good. It's so good. But I'm not going to have time with this list full. So I think I'm probably going to binge it tomorrow. Just finish it, just blow it all off tomorrow.
Yeah.
But it's actually pretty solid. And I was like watching the first episode and I was like, Polo might really like this, bro. I think you might like it. Now, I think you might also think the characters are weird, but they're not weird in a sense of like relationship wise. You got to watch it, bro. You got to watch it. I do think it's one of them shows that's like, yo, I'm surprised at how good that is.
Bro, you know what? I got something to say.
What's that?
I thought this season was going to be the season I'd take a look at my anime in progress portion of my anime list and be like, let me clear this out.
Nope.
Nah, ain't no chance in hell. Ain't no chance in hell. With 19 shows, that's way more than I had last season. That's way more than I had the season before that. And with the problem, I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But also the problem with that is like, none of these so far has been anything I'm considering dropping. Like, again, the 19 shows I named are shows that I'm watching. Right? Like, this isn't even Witch and the Beast or the other one I talked about last week. That's the Yuck and
or Metallic Rouge.
Yeah, or Metallic Rouge. Yeah, like it's just banger after banger after banger. And then I'm happy with it though. I'm really happy. What sucks though is that a lot of it comes out on Saturday.
Yep.
Saturday's drop, it's like 9 shows that drop. I'm like, fuck. Because when it's all in one day, that's when it gets hard for me. Because I'd love to start it off and get it done throughout the week, but can't even do it.
I even tried to make sure I got whatever I could get done before today and Saturday came out. And
you
it
realize
was
when
like,
the shit out.
Everything is Saturday.
Yep.
Except for the 4 that we did not start.
Yeah.
So out of 19, 15 of them are between Saturday and Sunday. It's
Facts.
like, what?
Facts.
This is unnecessarily thick for 1 or 2 days.
Yeah.
It's like a 12-hour time period where it's just like every anime episode dropped.
Facts. All right, let's take this quick break. Before we go into breakdown, I want to set this straight because again, shout out to the Discord. But if you're using My Anime List, MAL, if you're using My Anime List, you can import your My Anime List if you have a list already created on there into AniList. Switch over to AniList because your eyes will thank me for it. The phone app for My Anime for AniList is way better. Like everything is better on My Anime List. Or on AniList, sorry, than My Anime List. My Anime List is from like 1998, it seems like. So you can import it, just sign up for AniList. Right. Sign up for AniList and then import your My Anime List to it. It's very easy to do. Just do it in the settings. It has an import option there. Just import it all. And I, shout out to Team Moneyfingers who pointed it out. He's like, man, I got all my list over here. And I'm like, well, you can import it. So he didn't know that. So I'm sure a bunch of people don't know that. Maybe I'll make a video and just put it out for everybody to help them out. But it's really easy to do because that's what I had to do too. Because I use My Anime List too. But I think I'm gonna do another like an updated video on how AniList works, just to help people get through it because it's so much easier to keep track of the anime that you watch on a seasonal basis, week to week, than just using that. And the phone app is fire too. So. Just be wary of that. Let me know if y'all want that video. Just tweet at me at Might Check Waifu, and I'll make it up if enough people want it, or just if one person want it. I don't really know, matter. But yeah, we're gonna take this quick break, and when we come back, we're going to spoil episode 2 of Solo Leveling and episode 18 of Frieren.
Okay,
great episodes for those two. We'll be right back after these. And welcome back to 236 of Mic Check Waifu. Welcome back. I'm about to spoil Solo Leveling and Frieren. Let's do it. Solo Leveling, bro.
Yeah.
An absolute perfect episode. Again, like 2 out of 2, 10 out of 10 episode for me personally. Again, it's something about the way they're pacing this, because I'm like, when I'm seeing it, I see what I've read almost to the T, from the angle, like to the angles in which the cameras were facing the people, and to the way shit was animated, was fucking flawless, man. It was flawless. And then I talked about this last week, but what they do with Jin Woo's fucking inner monologue, the effect they give it sounds like it's in, like, if you can hear it through the sound system I have here, it fucking sounds like it's in the back of my head, the back left of my brain. If I could, like, you could feel it, the way they did the sound. It is so good, man. So good. You have to make sure you're watching this at the highest quality. And again, to talk about quote unquote the animation, this is exactly what I wanted A1 to do, and it's just take the webtoon and make it move.
Put it there, yeah. That's
all you have to do, and it looks so fucking good. I cannot wait till people see what the fuck is about to happen. You know what I like about this the most? And I'm sorry to jump around like this, but what I like about it the most was the question. And the question being, do you want to get stronger or something like that at the end? And he hits yes. And it just goes off. I'm like, that was fucking perfectly executed, dog. I'm like, that's amazing. It's incredible. Sorry, I'm fucking gushing. This shit was perfect.
I do have to disagree with you on one thing.
What's up?
And that's when you said, like, you saw it exactly how, like, you read it. I didn't. I did not see this how I read it, bro. I feel like it was better than when I read it. And a lot of it is because I know, like, when I'm reading it, it's like, it's going so fast.
Yes,
like,
same.
Like, oh my God, it's going so fast. But the fact that they were able to encapsulate that and slow it down a bit.
So intense, yes.
Make those moments more important. Develop those, like, situations that we're actually seeing. Because we're reading it, and like I said, our minds move fast a lot of times.
Scrolling up.
Like, I'm just like, damn. I'm like, oh my God.
No, you're right.
And it's like the fact they were able to, like I said, take that moment, encapsulate it, slow it down, and make it more emphasized. And it's not like they made it more emphasized, but they made you dwell on the emphasis that they gave you. You know what I mean?
Impact is crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy, bro. Like I said, I think it was better than when I read it. And perfect episode. I man. Like,
shout out.
That's how I feel.
Yeah. Shout out to T Money Fingers, who didn't read it and who's coming into this completely blind, because I wouldn't be able to contain myself. I'm like, I would be losing my shit. And the reason why I say that is because, like, maybe it's because a lot of people talked about Solo Leveling, and you've probably seen the art on Twitter. You've probably seen, you know, all kinds of shit that happens on Twitter from Solo Leveling. If this was a no-named anime that just came out that nobody read, you know what I'm saying, had the chance to read, and this is what I say, like, this would be destroying the internet. It would be destroying anything and everything when it comes to, like, the zeitgeist of it, because it was so intense. People would be like, yo, they just destroyed the main character. What the hell is this? But what happened at the end? That was crazy. Like, it will be so much more intense because of, like I said, because of the fact that people knows what Jinwoo looks like later. Like, it just, that takes away from what this could be.
All the anticipation is gone because people know, they already have an idea.
You have an idea. So you haven't read it, I know, but you have an idea of what is happening somewhat. And that is enough for you for it to kind of sour the experience. But again, if it was just like completely raw, if it was a original anime and it came out like this, the fucking internet would lose their shit, man. And it's so crazy watching people try to hate. But I cannot, because it makes me excited about where they're going, because they're pacing it so perfectly that I'm enthusiastic about what's coming next. And again, we're not going to talk about what's coming next because obviously we know how this shit ends. That's how good it is. But it's like, it's going to be special.
Oh yeah.
And I'm looking forward to just watching it continue.
I do kind of wish we didn't both read it sometimes. Because it's going to be hard to bring this to spoiler talk until something like crazy really pops off. But I feel like this would be great for spoiler talk if we didn't read it.
I know. But it's easier to talk about the spoiler talk because I think we're so far removed now. It's a lot different than JJK because JJK, we were kind of like frequent.
Yeah.
We were like, we wasn't even a year removed, right? I don't think. Well, you wasn't for sure, but
that's just this currently, right?
Right.
But first season of JJK was phenomenal because we had already
we ain't know nothing.
Yeah, we came in, fresh.
Yeah, damn, dude, that kills us right there. Shit like this happens, but it was special because what I like the most is how good Jinwoo as a character is.
Mm-hmm.
Like. And it was good seeing how people like was kind of like taken to his command, even though he's the weakest, right? They were kind of like, okay, he knows what the fuck he's talking about. Let's just follow it. And it kind of worked out. The main thing that I was like, fuck, and this is trying to talk about it like I didn't read it already, but the people that left at the end on the altar part, I fucking felt them, bro. Like I felt them. I couldn't be mad. You know what I'm saying? Like these people were like, yo, this is a chance to leave. Fuck it. Like, let's go.
Family. Mm-hmm. I got my own life. I ain't never met these people other than like a few little excursions.
Yep. And then when Jinwoo was going through his mind, like, yo, I got a family too. Fuck, like he was saying all that shit. I'm like, oh, this is incredible, man. This is incredible. With that inner monologue sound design. Ugh. I hope that continues. I hope that's the most consistent thing throughout the show, outside of the animation being fire. Because when he was getting gouged with that sword, it was fucking intense. It was so intense. It's perfect, man. It's perfect. A1 doing anything, and that's all you got to do is just animate the webtoon or the manhwa, and it'll take care of itself. Okay, moving on to the GOAT. Rent free. I'm trying to wait until I know people didn't ask this, but people who know this podcast know that normally we would have been done the anime of the year by now. But like we can't because technically Frieren is still going on. And in 10 episodes, it could completely go to trash. And we could say Apothecary Diaries is, but that also still has 10 episodes. So like, we got to give it a little time before we put out our anime of 2023, but you can probably guess, we know what it is.
I ain't gonna lie to you. When you said Frieren could hit top 10, and then you came back and said Frieren might hit top 5, I feel you on that.
Yeah.
Because, what that? Hear me out. This episode took a deviation from what they had been doing, where they were kind of giving us that 2-story setup, right? And it kind of took reminiscent of 86, right? Yeah. And what makes that so cool is that these next 10 episodes, if they continue it this way, it's going to feel like an entirely different season. Not only the fact that they give us a new intro and new outro, but it's going to be like an entirely different season. And what they're doing now is actually, instead of giving us the character development, they're giving us the arc now. They gave us 18 episodes of build up, 18 episodes of pure like wholesome action and goodness and story development and world development and character development. They gave us 18 episodes of perfection to say, okay, here's the arc now. And I'm like,
the arc. What? Yeah, and this arc looks like it's going to be a training / tournament arc from the looks of it. So I'm looking forward to where it's going to go. What I'm loving about it the most is that what I'm loving about it the most is knowing what we got in the episodes where there was intense combat. Mm-hmm. When it was intense combat, it was the most beautifully animated thing you ever fucking seen in your life. To then go to it was like Heaven's Feel kind of animation too. It was nuts. It was nuts. For it to go from that into an arc where it's what seems to be a training / tournament arc. I wouldn't call it a training, more so like an exam arc, right? To a tournament arc is going to be sweet with two of the best characters in the entire show, obviously, Frieren and Fern, doing their fucking things. Like, you got Frieren, who's 1,500 or something years old, right? You got Fern, who was trained by Frieren. What kind of shit can ensue? But nothing but greatness. But
and then also the fact that it's still not far removed from what we were getting before, where you got those moments where Fern says, you know, watch the sky.
Yeah.
And that's
yes, I forgot.
Watch the sky because you need to be able to watch for people's mana. Watch the sky because you need to watch for any giant creature that's going to come pull you the fuck up off the ground. And then we have this unassuming bird. You just got to catch a bird. When the reality is Frieren is saying, let's watch it. Let's just see what it does, right? Because its top speed is above the speed of sound. Oh my God, bro. I'm like, hold up.
Dude,
that's with all the greatness that we've been getting, but it's going to be a whole just episode of this.
It's her character, bro. Her character doesn't say much, but it's like, it's just who she is. Like, and it's okay. I hope that makes sense when I say it like that, but she talks very little, but everything she says has so much impact. It's like she doesn't waste her breath. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
she's 1,500 years old. Ain't got time to be wasting her breath.
Well, she got plenty of time to waste her breath, technically. But no, I see what you mean. She's so special because she's seen it all. She knows what's to come or what to look out for, and to teach these youngins without teaching them is what I think is the most special part about this episode.
And that's what makes me so excited about everything, because every character that was introduced this episode had their own like gravity to their own gravitas.
Yes.
Like the third rate mage who failed her second exam because she murdered the first rate mage, who you barely even get those to begin with.
Bro, listen, what you just said, every time we talk about this show, I think we compete with each other because we say the right thing to lead to somebody else saying the right thing to lead to somebody else saying the right thing. That's what makes it so great. What this show kills me with is the fact that this leaves no excuse for people to do characters bad. I don't care if you met them for 3 minutes. 3 minutes is enough for you to build a character, apparently, according to Frieren, because they were able to do it with 4 different characters in this show. 4 different characters they were able to. Was it 4? It was technically 3.
3 in this episode.
Yeah, it was three characters that they were able to build for you to know enough to care about, to then want to see what happens with these characters, to be interested in what these characters' life was and is going to be moving forward. There's no fucking excuse for any anime to have bad character development or bad characters, period. Shangri-La, or you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just there's no excuses. There's no excuses. It's the most important thing in anime is characters, man.
And what's sad is that, I'm not even gonna say sad. This anime can make it top 10 off characters alone.
100%.
Off characters alone, because every character they've introduced has had a monumental importance to the show.
Yep. And
even if it was just to let us know more about other characters and how they handle like time, which is a very specific situation in this, right? Even when it came to meeting Sean and only having him with the party for 3 or 4 episodes, and then him breaking off into them letting us know that we're going to get a lot of characters coming up soon, but we only, like you said, our amount of time with these characters was not grand. It wasn't long, but it was enough for us to know that the 2 new girl characters that we got that are with Frieren now, they've been with each other for years. And one of them has been carried along, but she's not weak. She just doesn't know how to act under pressure. So Guess what Frieren's going to do? Put her under pressure. Guess what they're going to do? They're going to see that these characters work extremely well together, and Frieren's just going to mesh in and this show is great, bro. It's great. I don't know how to say anything else, bro.
It's perfect. I don't even, you can't even speak to it without understanding how perfect it is. Like, and again, to understand that the dub is just as perfect, to know that like There's 28 episodes of pure heat. Not one episode, not one has been boring, bad, or tasteless. Not one. Not fucking one. So there's no excuse. There's no excuse for any show to have bad character development, because there's no way that I'm spending a total of 5 minutes with a character who seems to murder people, and she piques my interest probably the most out of everybody. But then they tell us the story of these two girls who are extremely close but fight all the time. They're like, but she, you know, like they seem to have even something kind of almost romantic about the two. Like it's something about it is fucking is deeper than it seems, and it's perfect. It's perfect.
I just want to say this. I did some calculations. Each episode of Frieren is about 24 minutes long. There's 28 episodes. That is approximately 11 hours and 20 minutes. That will be the best 11 hours and 20 minutes I feel like I spent a long time watching anime. I'm excited, bro. I'm excited.
That's a bar. Yeah, that's a bar.
Crazy.
It's greatness. It's absolutely greatness. But you know what else is greatness?
What's that, bro?
Follow me on Twitter at Polo Barnfly.
Follow me on Instagram or Twitter at King Italiano.
And you can follow our social medias at Might Check Waifu on Twitter and at Might Check Waifu on Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. And as always, Might check. Keep it dirty.
You're now tuned into Mic Check Waifu Waifu. Is that you? Is that you? Is that you? Is that you? Is that you?